Hello there, and welcome to the Star Wars Guys YouTube channel where the Force is family. I am Master Paul, and we just got several images from the Kenobi show dropped on us today. This is coming from Entertainment Weekly, and we're going to take a look at these images and the article that's with them. So let me go ahead and bring this on screen. And again, this is from Entertainment Weekly. It says, see exclusive first look photos of Obi-Wan Kenobi. And I don't want to sign up for notifications. And let's just jump right into it. Let's bring this full screen. I saw this earlier. Someone posted it on TikTok. That's how I found out about it. And then, of course, Echo Base did their video. So I've seen this image before. But I just got to say, this looks amazing. This is exactly what I was imagining when I would think of Obi-Wan Kenobi, specifically Ewan McGregor's version as, the Tatooine hermit that Ben Kenobi portrayed himself to be. He's got more gray in his beard and in his hair. His face is a little more aged. And his clothes, obviously, he's not wearing the same prim and proper Jedi uniform that he was wearing throughout all of the prequels. He looks a little rougher around the edges. And given, the environment that Tatooine is, I think this works absolutely perfect. And of course, he has his lightsaber in his hand. It's one of my favorite lightsaber designs out of all of them. It's not my favorite single-bladed design, but it's definitely up there. So let's go ahead and get into this article. It says, the Force is strong with Ewan, and they're making a pun there. It's fitting that Entertainment Weekly's final print cover before going all digital would be of someone named Ewan. It also marks Entertainment Weekly's 41st Star Wars cover when counting all split-run covers over the past 32 years, 6 of which has featured Ewan McGregor as the Jedi. has the full scoop on Disney Plus's Obi-Wan Kenobi, including the exclusive first episodic images showing not only the return of McGregor as Kenobi, but also Joel Edgerton as Uncle Owen. We also have your first look at the franchise's fearsome new villain in the form of a relentless inquisitor named Reva, I think I said that right, played by the Queen Gambit's Moses Ingram. Keep clicking to see photos of the series. All right, let's get into it. So that's the cover, and that's our first look at Obi-Wan. Next, we have this look at another look of Obi-Wan, except he's hiding behind something. And the caption says, what kind of Obi-Wan Kenobi will we meet in Obi-Wan Kenobi? Says star Ewan McGregor, we find Obi-Wan at the beginning of our story rather broken and faithless and beaten, somewhat given up. And I can certainly see what they're going to do with that. Obviously, everything that he went through in Revenge of the Sith, seeing the Jedi Order that he was a leading member of be completely destroyed by the person that he trained, and then having to do unspeakable things to this person, in the form of cutting off his limbs and leaving there to burn on Mustafar, that sticks with you, and it absolutely would make someone feel, very down and depressed, as I'm sure we're going to see. However, I must admit, I am a little bit nervous reading that because it seems like it would be all too easy for them to literally do the same thing that they did with Luke in The Last Jedi, have him completely give up on the Jedi and just be completely grumpy and not really willing to see the light of day. So we'll see how they play this out. And of course, here's the picture itself going with it. So we see Obi-Wan sort of hiding behind a corner as if he's watching someone. Again, we get a better look at what he's wearing, which makes sense for where he is. But the grates that we see in the background make me question whether or not this is actually on Tatooine. I know there's been a bunch of leaks that I've done my best to avoid, honestly, saying that he's going to go off and go to Tatooine to... My mic's close. That he's going to go off in Tatooine to rescue Leia. I'm I'm kinda neutral on that, honestly. I'm blocking all of that out of my mind. I just want this show to be good. So, yeah, this picture makes me question whether or not he's on Tatooine, but again, it looks like a good picture. Let's see the next one. Okay, so here is the villain. And the caption says, "As the Force-sensitive Inquisitor Reva, Moses Ingram will prove a formidable new foe as she seeks out Jedi in hiding for the Empire." Director Deborah Chow, who, by the way, was very much a part of The Mandalorian and directed some pretty good episodes of that, and writer Joby, I think I said that right, Harold, described the character as ruthlessly ambitious. And again, we get a good picture of her. And I like this. It reminds me a lot of Trilla from Jedi Fallen Order, who, of course, also was an Inquisitor and was the main antagonist of that game. So we'll see exactly how she plays into this. Let's see, next slide. Oh, there's an advertisement. There we go. Let me just make sure. Okay, yeah, advertisement. All right, so here's a shot of Obi-Wan sitting in a cave, and the caption says, "McGregor's Obi-Wan is a master Jedi and a master of decluttering, as evidenced by his sparse dwelling on Tatooine, where he has set up shop to watch over a young Luke Skywalker." So let's see what we got here. This looks like a sort of temporary dwelling that he has set up before he actually has the house built that we see him in A New Hope. Or maybe he already has the house built, but he went here maybe as some sort of like meditation overnight or something. And again, it looks like he's wearing something completely different than what we've seen before. I can't make this picture any bigger than it is. So again, this will definitely be interesting to see how it plays out. Next slide. We get another picture of Riva, and the caption says, "They share a common dark side goal." Ingram, the actress, says about the villainous trio of Riva, the Grand Inquisitor, who, if you guys remember, he was the guy that was the main villain of Rebels Season 1. He's from Utapau, and Darth Vader. They're on the same team. As for what stands out most to Ingram about her big bad, it's all heart. So that's certainly interesting. Again, here's the picture enlarged, and it looks like she is walking through a town on Tatooine, and she's about to confront all the citizens, being like, "We have information that there is a Jedi in your midst. Tell me where he is, and I will spare your lives." That's what this look says to me. So we'll see whether or not I'm correct on that. Next slide. Ooh, here. Okay, so we get more of Obi-Wan, and he's got the same animal that he rode at the end of Revenge of the Sith, just after dropping off Luke to Owen and Beru. Caption says, "Life in the slow lane. We all know how Obi-Wan feels about flying. This is why I hate flying." He says something like that. This Jedi prefers to travel by more primitive means, like this Eope. Pretty sure I said that one right. Whenever possible. Nothing really special about this one, just seeing more of Ewan McGregor, seeing more of that Obi-Wan look that he has. Again, he's wearing something different. I think this is just him in normal civilian clothes trying to disguise himself. Next slide. Advertisement. Okay, here's a big one. So the caption says, "Making him cry uncle. Joel Edgerton is back as Uncle Owen, and we don't necessarily like his odds in a face-off with Riva, but as a wise smuggler once noted, never tell me the odds. Thank you, George, for casting Joel Edgerton as Uncle Owen," laughs Deborah Chow. That's all I can say. Okay. So, the fact that we have an Inquisitor character confronting Owen, that's big, because it's entirely possible that either A, they know Obi-Wan's there, or B, they know Luke is there. And either one of those, I think it's more likely that they know Obi-Wan is there. And they're going to sort of forcefully get the information out of Owen to where Obi-Wan is, which will cause Obi-Wan to leave Tatooine. Because again, that's been leaked that he's going to be leaving Tatooine. So if Obi-Wan leaves to draw away suspicion from him and, keep the Inquisitors from finding Luke, I am okay with that. Because that ultimately is still part of his job, is protecting Luke. If he's got to be away for a while to let things quiet down, I'm okay with that. Next slide. Okay, this for sure does not look like Tatooine, but this caption says, McGregor is all cloaked up again as Obi-Wan Kenobi, and he's got places to go, like the new planet of Daiyu, I think I said that right, which, quote, sort of has a Hong Kong feel to it, says writer Joby Harold. It's got a graffiti-ridden nightlife and is kind of edgy. It's just got a different lane and a different feeling. And again, here's the image, much bigger. And again, seeing Obi-Wan with that hood up, it's just perfect. Now, the idea of a city, as it's described here, a graffiti-ridden nightlife and is kind of edgy. I hope that is not the same as what we ended up getting with the mods in Book of Boba Fett. And I'm just going to leave that one there. Next slide. And that's it. Okay. So all in all, I am definitely interested in Obi-Wan. However, I still remain cautious about this. I'm not going to say worried. I'm going to say cautious. Because I fell into the trap of just getting blindly hyped for Book of Boba Fett, and we see where that got me. Again, there were things in that show that I liked, but also things that I didn't like, and ultimately, I was just left wanting, we'll say. And I sincerely, sincerely hope that we are not going to get the same results with Obi-Wan. I don't think the Star Wars fan base could stand it if Obi-Wan was anything less than a success. So we will see what happens. And in the meantime, guys, thank you so much for watching this. Make sure to hit like and subscribe if you haven't already. And just remember, everyone, the Force is family. See you guys later.